So I'm almost done. Well, actually, I'm done with the contract, but I'm almost done with the last bit of the field. And then I'll be able to just sell this last little bit for even more money. And then I'm gonna go meet the contractor. He said he had some pictures for me, a couple of options for what I said I wanted. There we go. It's all been harvested. So I'm gonna start unloading this and then turn in the contract. Well, that would go better if I didn't like spear the tipper with my cutter. Let's turn in the contract for $6,700. I'm just gonna go sell this little bit of coin and then go grab my truck so I can meet the contractor. So I just talked to my contractor, or the contractor I was talking to, and he had some drawings set up for me. I'm gonna show you right now. So there's a few options. This first one would be more like a temporary house setup with a permanent shed, just a small shed so it doesn't take up too much of the field. And just a small house that I will hopefully eventually grow out of. And then there's this other option with them just close to each other. The house would still be the smaller house that I would eventually grow out of, but it would require less to do this one because they wouldn't have to do any landscaping out. They would only have to do the one area of landscaping, which would cost less. But there was also this other third option, which would require quite a bit more money because it wouldn't be on the land I own. It would require buying, let me look at the map. It would require buying this land across the street from mine. And the good thing about this option, though, it wouldn't be a temporary thing. Obviously, I would need the 200,000 to buy the land, and then another 100,000-ish instead of the first. If I go with the one where it's just in this corner here, with both the house and the shed near it, it's only like 50,000. But for the more permanent house and the smaller shed on a new plot of land, that would be about 100,000. But it would be more permanent, and I would have a couple more fields. And I'm definitely leaning towards that. I'd have to talk to the bank, and it's too late to talk to the bank tonight. It's already 5:40. So I think I'm going to see if I can get a, let's see, I need 200,000 for the land, and it should be like 100,000 for the contractor. So that's 300,000. Now I'll probably want a little more than that in case there's unforeseen problems that I'd have to pay for. So I'd probably want like 350,000. So I'll see if maybe I can get a $200,000 loan. Well, the bank's not open yet, but I can head down to the bank now and see about getting the loan I want to get in order to buy the land across the street from my plot and get the go ahead to the contractor if so. And you can see some of the beautiful colors now that it's approaching the end of October. Peak fall color season. Might be a mud, well, a dirt road, but yeah, half the time that's mud up to my brother's. But at least the view is pretty. The bank's just right up here, and they should be opening soon. Here's the bank. The workers have already arrived, so that's good. At least there will be no delayed opening. That doesn't have that much of a view out the back window. And just parked right when the bank's going to be opening. The gasoline program, huh? Looks like she's busy, so I'm just gonna sit and wait till it's time to call me, and I will check in with y'all later. Well, as you can see, I'm over at the real estate now, the real estate office. They approved my loan. I actually went for a 250,000 loan, and then I came over to the real estate so I could buy this land. And Clifford, the one that owned it before, had already started to work on it. He'd already gotten the soil samples and he did the plowing and he was doing the liming on 72 when his lime spreader just decided to stop working. So they both need to be relimed. And after a couple bad seasons of harvests, that was just the last straw for Clifford, and that's why he was trying to sell the land. So I have that all now, and I'm gonna head over to the contractor's place to give him the go ahead and check to get started. Is it down there? Or is it the next one? I think it's the next one. It's right over here. I think I see it behind the post office. Yeah, there it is. So let me just give him the go ahead and write him out a check. And then he'll be able to start work on the construction. Okay, now that I've gotten that all sorted out, I'm gonna go start or go over to my tractor and get the lime spreader hooked up. Sometimes it's hard to see the straight. Get the lime spreader all hooked up, go get some lime and start working my two new fields. Let me just park behind my harvester here. And then I can get my tractor and hook it up to the lime spreader and go around. And there's not much lime left, so I'm going to go get some lime. And like I said, Clifford had put lime down on one field, but then realized his lime spreader was not working right, so it is definitely not enough to bring it to the right pH. So both fields are going to need to be limed. Well, I'm out at the the two new fields I have. So now I just have to set up my VCA and start actually liming. Maybe, let's see, let's reset. Okay, I'm gonna want that to be over there, and then once I get to the point where it's actually worth that, I will actually activate it. So let me do this. So let me make sure. Okay, it's on automatic activation application, right? Ooh, and I don't want it. I want it so that it's getting the edge there. Now I can on this. Now some of this part will be wasted because this is where my construction is going to be, but that will be all right. And I'm going to have to reline that field because it's not at the right pH value, but that'll be all right as well. Well, there's the first field done. Let's see, this one. Well, I'll have the for this one I'll have I won't be able to see on the ground where I've already limed, but the map will show where the line has been applied correctly. Oh, and there's Danny and part of his crew heading out to start work. Spent a little time talking to Danny, making sure we understood exactly where he was going so that they don't start working on something that's, just a little off of where we were planning. So I'm gonna let them get to work as I finish liming my field here. I'm gonna have to go by line, probably not even finishing this row, but I had to go this direction anyway to get to the gate. So might as well use what I have left to get that as much of it as I can get done. Well, I'm back at my field with my whole thing of lime, so I can finish liming my fields and be all ready. And there we go. My two new fields are limed and ready for the spring. So that will be it for the day. It's quite early, but too late to start any other projects. So that just has to be it for the day. We'll see y'all tomorrow, maybe. I have actually haven't even looked at the weather. Tomorrow's supposed to be fine. Right now, all of November looks terrible, but that's to be expected. But yes, I'll probably see y'all tomorrow then.